Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, it was. There was sitting next to Andre. I think we were both getting a little nervous there, and Shane and Ben and all the guys that were here, 2 years ago. I mean, the rest of the guys don't have any idea, but those guys do.
Were those feelings because of 2 years ago?
Absolutely, Kyle,
So it
without
was no
a doubt.
about your resume?
No, it was all about 2 years ago. It wasn't about this. And the fortunate thing is this is a new year. It's a new season. It's a new team. It's a whole new deal. So it logically, and I'm a pretty logical person, it shouldn't have had anything to do with it. But emotionally and the human nature of the way life works, I mean, we're all scarred, and sometimes those scars can you're afraid of reopening those wounds.
But then when you saw Oregon as
A 12 seed, that was like, wow. I mean,
Cal
UCLA is a 6 seed,
yeah,
and Oregon just beat UCLA.
right.
I mean, 24 hours ago. So
all of that even
yeah,
worsened it?
yeah, you just don't know. I mean, you have no idea. I'm really happy for Andre getting the chance to go back to Texas. Austin's a great place. Hopefully our fans can make it. Austin's a great place to go this time of year. Heck, any time of year for that matter. So very fortunate, and we're playing a team from one of the toughest conferences in the country.
Back in November, did you think this was an NCAA tournament team?
I wasn't sure. I'll be honest with you. When I looked at our schedule before the season started, after Europe, I was thinking of 15 to 17, some win, somewhere in that neighborhood. Less than that, I think we would have underachieved. Over that, I think maybe we overachieved, just given our youth and our schedule early. And what happens is, you win early, like we did in Charleston, and you beat some good teams like we did in Charleston, and you start getting greedy. and you want a little bit more and a little bit more. So then, once that happened, I think my expectations, our fans' expectations, everybody's expectations go up. But this is a hard tournament to get into, and so we can't ever take this for granted. And hopefully, this is a back-to-back, the first back-to-back NCAA tournament since the early '60s, long time ago. So in the modern era, the first back-to-back, and we don't want it to be the last. But I think it's a great step forward for our program to get an at-large bid. And obviously, we'd rather win the Pac-12 tournament, but the fact that we didn't and we got in, I think shows some respectability.
Yeah. Ted, when did you get nervous? Very nervous.
After the first region, when I saw Oregon as a 12 seed and UCLA as a 6 seed, I said, "Whoa, anything can happen here." And I'm glad we came in that the third segment of the CBS show, because if it would have been the fourth, I was sweating.
But doesn't that prove then they put more stock in the body of work than they do necessarily where you finish?
Absolutely. It just it certainly does, because and so much of their work has to be done before this last weekend. I mean, it's when you look at the job that the selection committee has, the enormity of it, and the amount of information that they have to digest. A lot of that has to be done before this final weekend. So, but until I get a chance to study the seeds and study the brackets, all I know is I'm elated that the Buffaloes are in it and we're dancing again, and it's a great feeling for our players, and they deserve it.
Off the top of your head, what do you know about Illinois?
They're a very good team from one of the best leagues in the country, if not the best league in the country this year. So they've they beat Gonzaga. I don't think anybody else did that this year. They're a quality basketball team, and we've got our work cut out for us. I mean, there's, but you're not, you're gonna, whoever you play in this tournament, you're gonna play somebody good.